February 27, 1951, Two-Term Rule. The United States ratified the 22nd Amendment to the Constitution, officially limiting a president to 2 elected terms. This amendment was largely a response to President Franklin D. Roosevelt's unprecedented 4-term tenure from 1933 to 1945. Before this, there were no constitutional restrictions on the number of terms a president could serve, though an informal precedent had been set by George Washington, who voluntarily stepped down after 2 terms in 1797. His decision established an unwritten rule that most presidents followed, ensuring regular changes in leadership. Roosevelt's decision to seek a 3rd term in 1940, followed by his election to a 4th term in 1944, challenged this tradition. His presidency, spanning both the Great Depression and World War II, made continuity in leadership appealing to many voters. However, after his death in April 1945, concerns about the concentration of power in the executive branch grew. Many lawmakers believed that no single individual should hold the presidency for such an extended period. As a result, Congress acted swiftly. On March 21, 1947, it approved the 22nd Amendment, which stated that no person could be elected president more than twice, and if someone had served more than 2 years of another president's term, they could only be elected once. The amendment required ratification by 3/4 of state legislatures to become law. Over the next 4 years, states debated the measure. On February 27, 1951, Minnesota became the 36th state to ratify the amendment, crossing the threshold needed for adoption. From that moment on, the 2-term limit became a constitutional requirement for all future U.S. presidents. The first president affected by this amendment was Dwight D. Eisenhower, who served 2 terms from 1953 to 1961, and was constitutionally barred from seeking a 3rd. The 22nd Amendment fundamentally reshaped American politics by ensuring that no single person could dominate the presidency indefinitely. It reinforced the democratic principle of leadership transition and prevented the emergence of a long-term executive figure akin to a monarch. While some critics argue that it limits voter choice by preventing popular leaders from seeking additional terms, supporters contend that it upholds the nation's commitment to preventing an excessive concentration of power. Throughout modern history, discussions have arisen about repealing the amendment, but no serious effort has gained enough traction to change this fundamental rule. The amendment remains a defining feature of the U.S. political system, ensuring that presidential power remains temporary and bound by the principles of democracy. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.